Good morning, Chicagoland, and welcome back to WPRZ, The Prez, your leading source for everything news, sports, and weather. I'm your host, Cameron Colquitt. This program is brought to you in part by Free to Bead, one-of-a-kind jewelry with your own personal touch. Our top stories of the hour: Venezuela restabilizes, Hegseth censures Kelly, and Urbana Christmas Eve shooting. Evita called for a new Argentina, but it might happen in Venezuela, as the Venezuelan government on Monday sought to show its people that the country is being run independently and not controlled by the United States following its arrest of Nicolas Maduro. Lawmakers aligned with the ruling party gathered in the capital to follow through with a scheduled swearing-in ceremony of the National Assembly for a term that will last until 2031. Delcy Rodriguez, who served as vice president to Maduro and has vowed to work with the Trump administration, was sworn in as interim president. Officials from Syria and Israel are set to resume U.S.-mediated talks in Paris in hopes of reaching a security agreement to defuse tensions between the two countries. A Syrian official told the Associated Press that the delegation on the Syrian side will be headed by Foreign Minister Assad al-Shabani. The official said that Syria's main aim in the talks is to reactivate a 1974 disengagement agreement that established a UN-patrolled buffer zone in southern Syria and to secure the withdrawal of Israeli forces which seized control of that buffer zone more than a year ago. Houston, we have a problem, as Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth announced Monday that he censured Senator Mark Kelly over the former Navy pilot and astronaut's participation in a video that called on troops to resist unlawful orders. Hegseth said the censure, a formal letter with little practical consequence, was a necessary process step to proceedings that could result in a demotion from Kelly's retired rank of captain and subsequent reduction in retirement pay. In a lengthy post on social media, Kelly said he never expected an attack from Trump and Hegseth, recounting his 25 years of naval service as well as combat and space missions. Families of students killed in the Uvalde school massacre are among those who could testify at the trial of a police officer who was part of the hesitant law enforcement response and is charged with failing to protect children from the gunman. Opening statements were set to begin on Tuesday, a day after a judge seated a jury in what is a rare case of charges being brought against an officer who is accused of not doing more to save lives. Adrian Gonzalez, a former Uvalde school officer who was among the first to respond, has pleaded not guilty. Gonzalez faces 29 accounts of child abandonment or endangerment and could be sentenced to a maximum of 2 years in prison if he is convicted. For stories that hit a little closer to home, the Urbana Police Department is seeking information from the public after a Christmas Eve shooting left a store clerk injured. Officers were dispatched at approximately 10:44 p.m. on December 24th to the Circle K gas station at 507 Western University Avenue for a report of a shooting with injuries. When officers arrived, they located the store clerk who had been injured during a robbery. Police described the suspect as a male wearing a black jacket and black pants with sunglasses and a face covering. The suspect arrived at and fled the scene in what is believed to be a stolen vehicle. Preventable pregnancy-related deaths rose and stark racial disparities remained in the Illinois Department of Public Health's most recent maternal mortality report. The report studied 219 deaths that occurred in Illinois in 2021 and 2022 during or within 1 year of pregnancy. The two committees that reviewed the deaths determined 94 to be related to pregnancy. Of the pregnancy-related deaths that occurred in 2021 and 2022, the committees found 91% could have been prevented. Don't go away. We'll be right back with sports and weather after a quick word from our sponsor. Create one-of-a-kind jewelry with your own personal touch at Free to Bead. Have fun learning how to make your own jewelry unique to your style at a Free to Bead class, or visit anytime you want to try it out. Free to Bead also hosts private parties. Make it a girls' night out. Stop into Free to Bead to shop all their ready-made jewelry too, or bring in your jewelry to get it repaired. Book your private party and see class schedules at freetobead.com, or find Free to Bead on Prospect Road in Peoria Heights, just south of War Memorial. Your one-of-a-kind jewelry is waiting at Free to Bead. For our sports fans out there, you should be pleased to know that the Celtics were able to beat the Bulls in a game of 115-101. Meanwhile, in the NFL, the Giants absolutely towered over the Cowboys, winning 34-17. Meanwhile, for our underappreciated hockey fans, the Kings were able to secure their throne over the Wilds, winning the game 4-2. Bobby Vinton might have to sing Rain, Rain, Go Away, as we'll be seeing a 40% chance of rain with mostly cloudy skies and a high near 45. Saturday will have lows of 25 and highs of the low 40s. Expect temperatures to drop throughout the week. Thank you for tuning in to WPRZ, The Perez, your leading source for everything news, sports, and weather. I'm your host, Cameron Colquitt. Thanks again to Free to Beat for sponsoring our program. Remember to always tune in, but now it's time to tune out.